a worthy gamble. The Rob Williams thing is I'm gonna lose my freaking mind over this Rob Williams thing. I'm completely at a loss. I don't know what it is we're missing that we think he's not doing that gets him 16 regulation minutes. And the second he comes in, it's block shot, altered shot, shot block that should have been called, that was called the goaltending, then it shouldn't have been. Wins 2 jump balls in overtime, even though the Celtics didn't get possession from another. First play that he's in, a backdoor lob. I mean, what is it that he's, and one-on-one defense on Zion. I mean, the parallel. You put these two plays side to side, Zion Williamson literally going straight through Tristan Thompson, putting him on his ass, and we never saw Tristan again the rest of the game to score that bucket, versus when he tries to do the same thing to Rob Williams, and Rob blocks him twice on one play. And still 16 minutes in regulation. Then something obviously clicked because he played him the entire overtime. I'm still confused. What is it that we're missing that's limiting his minutes?
We're not missing anything. I think Brad's missing something. I'll say it. I think we should be coaching, not Brad. No, obviously, I don't think that's true. But
what is stopping this from 30 minutes, Jimmy? I'm at a loss.
You took the words out of my mouth. I'm screaming at the TV too. I mean, when Rob goes up and blocks that Zion shot at the rim, I'm like, we could have been watching that maybe 6 more times this game if he was actually on the court. I mean, clearly Thompson was being bullied at points by Zion. I mean, Zion's a bully, let's be honest.
Well, his first half was really good on Zion, so that's part of the thinking.
It was fine, yeah. But Zion's, I mean, he's a freak. He's an absolute beast. What is he, 285 and just like a physical force out there. It's tough for anyone to cleanly defend him. But I thought Rob did as good as anyone could. I mean, he's big in his own right, and he's a shot blocker, and he can get in there and get in guys' faces.
And I mean,
on the other end, the guy leaves his feet, it's 2 points, at the rim. I mean, you think that, just throw the ball up to Rob and good things might actually happen on offense for you. So I don't understand it. I don't know if he's overthinking it or if he's really trying to get Tyson Thompson going because he knows that maybe he's going to need them down the stretch here or in the playoffs. I don't know what it is. 21 minutes for Rob, but like you said, it was only 16 in regulation, which is just slightly above his average for the entire season. I don't know. I don't get it. When you look at the PER, not to bring it up again, he's right up there with the best of them, but his minutes are half of what everybody else is around him.
Yeah, there's no good argument against you guys for this one. He was outstanding. Like, he just was a game changer every time he went in there. And the rebounding's a real impact. He's as good, if not better, than Thompson on the offensive end in that regard, especially because the ball moves out of his offensive rebounds on that side, or it's a putback, which we know Thompson hasn't been great at this year on that side of the ball. So that's really the only thing we're talking about when it comes to the bigs now. Is it going to be Thompson, or is it going to be Rob? And that's where the minutes have to somehow deviate. Do you go away from Thompson at some point, which I don't think there was a strong case for in this one with how good Thompson was in that first half, and it diminished into the fourth. But we've also asked for more Thompson minutes in crunch time at different points throughout this year, at least over Tice, who had a rough fourth quarter after picking up that ankle injury there. So I think the second guess here, to give you guys credit, is not having Rob out there for the final minute or two. When Zion got that huge and one through Thompson.
Yep.
And then, of course,
Young
on the
legs.
final play.
And we're lucky tonight.
Who's more equipped to guard Zion right now in their careers, Rob or Tristan Thompson? I mean, come on.
Well, you would have thought Thompson for the beef alone, and he just got trucked,
At that point in the game, though. I mean, yeah.
Well, it's amazing.
Idea.
Zion went in the halftime, 1 of 5, 4 points. It was just a no-show. Thompson had that great block from behind on him. They were packing the lane, and then he just came back, head down, powering through everybody. So it's not like we don't even know if Rob physically could play the final 18 to 21 minutes of this game, as you guys probably would have wanted him to. Who knows? I mean, again, we don't know because
we don't. Why couldn't he play? What have you seen out there that would make you think, oh, he's laboring right now? He's physically unable to play more minutes.
Might just be a management thing. Like, there's really no other way around it. Either that or it's trying to get minutes to everybody, which makes some sense too.
We would know if it was a management thing. Brad, I imagine, would have said it's a minutes management thing. I mean, why you can tell us when Kemba
No, I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. But I think the point Bobby made earlier, overthinking it. Like, And this is what we've been saying all along. Like, it's not just the most perplexing thing with Rob. It's been driving me nuts all year. Is not just the metrics, which Jimmy pointed out, which again, his advanced metrics are through the roof. Okay, through the roof. It's the eye test. You can't stop talking about him. Every single thing that he does. If you didn't know anything about basketball and you watched, you would say that guy's really impressive.
Yeah,
you
who
know,
is
like
that guy?
Right. It's like, I mean, on the broadcast, they're like, wow, because they don't see him every single day. It's just he's caught. And again, that same point I make over and over again. It's not some good and some bad. It's good that he's literally one of the few human beings on the planet that can do the things he does. Certainly the only guy on the roster who can make the positive plays that he makes on a regular basis. When Thompson has a good game, I would argue that a lot of the plays he makes, anybody in that situation at a replacement level would make roughly the same play. Okay. Rob makes plays that very few people can make, and he does it all the time. And that's the difference. It's not just good and bad. It's special. The plays he makes
like
are special.
The alley-oop, he was
yes. Nobody can do what he does. Almost anybody can do what Tristan Thompson does. Like, he is basically a replacement level big. He is. It's not a knock. He's a replacement level big. When he does well, anyone else in his position in that time, in that situation, would probably do about the same. So
we're missing something though, right?
Yeah.
There has to be something more to
That's
it
my point. I'm not arguing against Rob. There's something else at play here that's clearly limiting him. Maybe it's conditioning. I saw that after that big stretch he had on Friday, he asked out of the game. Maybe he can't get up to 30, 35 minutes. And he's only played, what was the most he's played this year? 24, I think, against Memphis in that blowout win. So something is like holding him between that. I don't know if it's the players in front of him, as you guys seem to think. Could be health, could be conditioning. But in a game like this, it is pretty jarring to see 39 for Tice, 30 for Thompson, and 21 for Rob, given how those three players played through the stretch of this game. Now, he did get the whole overtime period, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, if he didn't play in overtime, I think we would have been sitting here with a much stronger case against Brad. And he played great in overtime, and it still wasn't enough.
Well, he did play great, but certainly it wasn't his fault. You have Kemba Walker missing another 6 threes in over or whatever it was. I mean, we're not blaming Rob for Rob was the best player on the Celtics by far in overtime. So certainly it wasn't his minutes that hurt them. Actually, him playing was a huge Brad mea culpa, I think, which he's like, I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. Like, this was a mistake not having him out there.
Yeah. I'm only confused why he was in on the last play, unless they were thinking maybe he could get the ball at the rim and draw a foul or something. But I mean, really not the guy you want in there for you had Tice. You needed 3 points. We haven't even gotten into what the hell was going through Jayson Tatum's mind at the free throw line. I mean, come on. I know we're jumping around here, but
we are. It's fair to jump around.
We should talk about like the end of the actual game, I think, before we.
Yeah, no, it's fair. I mean, I think a few things were screwed up there. I think I don't know about some of the. I mean, first of all, the freaking refs and the constant challenges.
58. Who is that? Who is 58? Who is that bum? Get him off the court. He needs to do way, 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 way less.
Tommy, may he rest in peace, would have died today. Okay,
absolutely.
He would not
have inbounds play. The inbounds play where they got it in.
How many of these are we gonna get in one game?
Yeah. All of it. The friggin' the double lane violation jump ball, which was inconsequential. Who
booting
does
out Redick? Booting out Redick for that?
Booting out Redick for nothing. This was.
I can't believe the lane violation too. That could have been the potential game winner for New Orleans, and they still got the 3 after. But that could have sent the Pelicans into a frenzy.
That lane violation. Watch free throws every single time. It's
not only that. Tice was actually standing.
If it's a double, doesn't it just cancel out?